Sorry, guys. We had no sound going. We do now. Apologize for that. We are coming to you live from sunny Colorado. Welcome to Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with your host, Frank the Crypto Tank. We're a new channel. We're learning all the technical nuances and so forth. So sometimes we'll come at you and we'll have no sound. Sometimes you won't see us. And then sometimes you'll basically, you'll be like, no, wait a minute. I hear somebody talking. I don't see anybody. You know, that's us here on the channel. We're new. We're getting this YouTube thing, especially with the lives. Check in for our long form videos, which are much better prepared and so forth. And smoother than I am on the lives. You're getting raw Frank the Tank here. Crypto info, blockchain made easy. Learning this whole YouTube thing. Please help me and tap like and subscribe. Because the algorithm helps the algorithm get people to our channel, of course, right? Nothing on the board today. Sometimes we'll do things like that. We're raw. We like to throw you for a loop. All right, you're in crypto. Tune into Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with Frank the Crypto Tank. Today we're going to cover 401k executive order, what it means for XRP holders in particular. We have so this allows private equity money to come into retirement and also crypto money to come into retirement. It's crazy, both of them that they could come in. If we know a little bit about finance, that's crazy stuff that this can happen. Good morning, Chris. I mean, good afternoon. Sorry. Yeah. Good morning. Yeah. Good morning. Good afternoon. What's up, dude? How you doing? Welcome in, my good man from the UK, Mr. Chris. Welcome into some other folks who are here on the channel. If this is the first time you're finding us, we are Crypto Info, Blockchain Made Easy with this little knucklehead at the helm who's learned about crypto quite extensively and Forex markets and charts and so forth about 6 years ago. So I'm here to help on this journey, but I am not here to give financial advice because I'm not a financial advisor, and everybody knows you can lose your shirt in crypto, and I'm not here to give you that. I'm here to give you information as succinctly and potently as I possibly can, hopefully to help help you on your journey to understanding cryptocurrency and finances. Now, I can speak personally. I got into crypto and started dipping in heavy into my crypto investments about 6 years ago. The ISO coins I found first. Don't ask me how. I found them. I found the ISO 20022 coins. I said, now, wait a minute. What is this ISO thing? Oh, there's a whole thing on this. Don't worry. The episode's not on this. This is what we do on the channel. Sometimes we sidetrack. And a full circle, full picture, 40,000, 30,000 foot view, whatever, of what actually is happening instead of being in the woods like a lot of people do and research just this little piece and this thing is going to the moon or this thing is garbage. And it's like, well, now, wait a minute. Did you did you get out and did you really see all the way around and what this thing is, how it affects the world, all the arms, all the segments? That's what we do here on the channel. We rock the house on the channel, as you guys been here for a while know, with humility, of course. We rock the house because what we do is we're trying to be young. Okay, we're into crypto. We're trying to be young. We're old. I'm old. I'm 54. I say rock the house. What are you talking about, guy? Rock the house? Come on. You're a 54-year-old guy. Okay, we're all trying to stay young, right? And so we're ever trying to learn. And I see even folks my age or older say, you know what, I'm not learning a newfangled animal. I had to learn that internet stuff and get on with it. And then the cell phones came and I wish the world would just stay. And, I live out on a ranch in Colorado with horses, llamas, alpacas, and so forth. And I'm that kind of dude too, believe it or not. So I understand, but the world is changing and we are into crypto in a monstrous way. And it's okay. We love it on this channel. I've done enough sidetracking. I don't even care what my point was there. I am going to get to, because I laid it down enough, what we're going to do is get into what this executive order means for cryptocurrency and all of us XRP holders who saw this early. Oh, I know what I was saying, and I should finish it. The ISO 20022s. Yes. You should know this. You need to know this. If you're into crypto, you got to know this. This is important. We've done episodes on it. We'll do more. ISO is International Standard of Operations. There's an ISO.org, and basically there's a best practice code, ISO 20022, ISO blah, 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 for banking, for culinary arts, for garbage removal, for surgical practices, for surgical apparatus, for actual, I think that's how you say it, for actual like OSHA stuff, like anything in the world, go to ISO.org and check it. There's a best practice ISO code for everything, and banking has loads of them, and they've been using them for years. So they have messaging codes for banking. Who knew such a thing until you get into this stuff, right? So I got down the rabbit hole and found out about it and said, now wait a minute, there are other ISO 20022 coins that are the Bank for International Settlements, the BIS. That's a central bank of all the central banks. So we have the Fed here in the U.S., right? And then you've got all the central banks, Bank of England, and all these central banks, right? And so the Bank of Central Banks lays out kind of the marching orders for all of those central banks, in case you didn't know. So, got to take a breath. This is a major sidetrack, but we got to understand this, guys, right? So I'm sitting on my couch one Saturday morning, way back, I don't know, 6 years ago or something, before anybody ever talked about ISO. I'm not bragging, I'm telling the truth. You need to know who you're listening to on the channel. I sat there and I said, talk to me. And it did talk to me. Yes, it certainly did. And it told me that this is a thing, actually. Go find it. And I did. And boy, did I find it. And I went after ISO and I bought them. Oh, algo. Full transparency. XRP, XLM, XDC, algo. Boy, I had trouble getting XDC at that time on Zinfin. I forgot how I bought that. It was a thing. But anyway, yeah, I think, if I remember correctly. But anyway, IOTA, Quant, got by on the ISOs. And then about 6 months later or so, and my wife's like, why did you buy these? I'm like, these are the ones, I guess. That's what I found. She's like, okay. And then I bought some other ones too. VeChain and Harmony One and Zilliqa and some other ones like that, right? And Digibyte and so forth, and Basic Attention Token, okay? I bought some of these. There are tons of these cryptos. Some people are like, I love those. And some people are like, those suck. Or I don't even know about them. It's fine. Cryptocurrencies, there's so many of these cryptos, right? These projects, most are going to go away. But anyway, I sat on the couch that Saturday morning and I said, holy crapola. This is, I think, is a thing. And 6 months later, my wife's like, wow, why'd you buy all the, why? Why are we doing that? And then everybody on YouTube, don't you know, started talking about ISO 20022 coins. All of them, the lot of them started talking about the ISOs. I'm telling you the God's honest truth. I swear to you, strike me down. Don't do it with lightning. If you're able to do that, don't do that to me, please. I'm telling the truth. I found the ISOs 6 months before anybody freaking brought them up on YouTube, period. Am I bragging? Maybe a little bit. I guess I'm bragging. I got to tell you who I am, though. You don't know who I am. Now I'm telling you who I am. I'm telling you the truth. That's the crypto tank. Found all the ISOs and bought them a long time ago and kept buying them. Woo! We're having fun on the channel. I hope you guys bought them. I'm not responsible for your financial decisions because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a knucklehead contractor who learned this stuff like 6 months ago, years ago. Forex markets, charts, crypto, blah, 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 blah. And when I learn something, I go ape crap on it. I have a 4th degree master black belt in Shaolin Kung Fu. Because I worked really hard at that for over 17 years and then opened a school for a little bit and taught some. So that's tanker. When I do something, I go full bore, man. I'm not playing games when I do something. So boy, did I get into crypto. I tanked my way right into it. That's why I'm the tank. It is what it is. Ask the wife. She complains about it every day. I'm sorry. To the folks that are in here, welcome to the episode. Let's get on it, kids. Let's do it. What does this mean? 401k money allowing private equity money and cryptocurrency as well. For a real quick thing for, quick brush up, people who do not know what private equity is, generally speaking, one has to be what's called an accredited investor. I think most folks already know this. You have to have over, $1 million in net worth or something like that, not including your real estate, your home. It doesn't count. There's like 3 criteria. You have to make over $300,000 a year, I think, for the past 3 years or 2 years. Don't quote me on this stuff. Or you and the spouse have to each make like collectively 300 or 250 a piece or something like that. There are stipulations like that to be an accredited investor. You got to have some dough in order to play ball with private equity, which are those pre-IPO stocks, right, before they go public. So here's the deal, and also cryptocurrencies. That's a huge thing coming into that can be allowed by the common person to come into 401k. I am going to do this. Know what that's for? You know who that's for? Donnie boy. That's for Donnie, baby. That is for DJT, the man himself, the man, the myth, the man who comes in and he's like, hey, this is happening now, kids. Oh, yeah. DJT comes in and says, now this is happening. Leveling the playing field for the common person. Anybody now, to not like what Trump does and what he's doing for the people, I just can't understand it. He is doing these things for the common person's benefit, which is all of us. I don't really like that guy. Okay, he's helping you at every corner, at every turn, he's helping you. Look at what he's doing. All these executives, I just can't understand it. Anyway, this channel isn't about that. Let's be awesome. Let's be awesome and nice and kind and not be tribalistic and all that happy horse crappy, because we can't swear on the channel either. Boy, very restrictive is the YouTube, isn't it? Hope everybody's awesome this morning out there. You latched on to Frank the Crypto Tank. You probably ain't never seen anything like it on YouTube before. Not a bragging point. I'm just kind of crazy and wacky. I'm a little idiot, too. Not afraid to say that. I'm a little knucklehead. We don't have an ego that we're aware of here on the channel. And that allows us to continuously learn and not stay anchored to, anchored thinking, not stay latched onto anchored thinking, right? Because the ego is the killer, isn't it? It is the ego that is the issue now, isn't it? I already know that. I don't need to know anything more on that. I got that. I'm good. Really? Because while you sat there and did that, this individual right next to you said, I don't know crap about this. I know that, but that's not really that much. I want to know this, that, the other thing, and all this stuff about that. Rip it apart like a freaking tiger, bite into it, chomp into it, rip it apart with my teeth, and, find out. It's a very gory example, but I love to use it. I need to know what it tastes like inside, what the meat and the intestines taste like, right? You got to really bite into this son of a gun when you research, don't you? Yes, you do. Here's the dilly willies. I'm going to lay it out for you. What's going on with this executive order? In my opinion, my rarely considered opinion, what this actually means for the world of finance and us XRP holders. Welcome in to the folks that are in here this morning. You know, I love you all. Hey, if you're going to spend some time with the tank, I love you. All right? Now let's do this thing. Executive order breakdown. President Trump signed this thing on the 7th, we know, and what it means is retirement plans can now include alternative assets like private equity and cryptocurrency inside their 401k plans, which is unheard of and levels the playing field in such a way that I don't think we've ever really, hitherto which has not been seen. Yeah. How weird to say something like that, but it sounds so cool flowing off the tongue to me. Yeah, how fun. Trump leveled the playing field, man. He opened this thing up to the common person. Thank you, DJT. We appreciate it very much. If I could say that any more heartfelt. Mr. Donald Trump, thank you, sir. We appreciate you very much. Thanks for leveling the playing field and helping the common person, for Christmas sakes. The heck's wrong with this planet? Sorry, you're not supposed to do that, especially not live. My handler is going to go crazy. I'm a tiger on a leash, and my handler, my poor business partner and tech guy, freaks out every time I go live. Hey, you know what? The tactic works. I get him watching the show, don't I? Boy, I'm tough. I'm Italian. What can I say? A little manipulative sometimes. It's for good reason. I bring it to good ends, people. Now, look. You got trillions of dollars coming into crypto. For all of you folks, I'm going to play some things. In fact, let me get to this real quick before I get too far, because before I'm too boring with simply the tank, right? Because I'm pretty boring sometimes. Let's hit the crypto market real quick. 4.03 trillion for a cryptocurrency market. We are at 59 for a fear and greed, dipping just 9 into the greed. Bitcoin is in at 119,000. Here's what I'm going to call right now. Everybody get ready for it. This weekend, we'll have our big pump in crypto. Check out the chart. I'm going to tell you why. Watch. We're going to crank past. Watch. Look at Bitcoin. Take a little peek ski, and you tell me what you think. Let's go here on the 7-day. Okay. Even just grabbing this from here to here, from here to here, from here to here, right? ish is a day or two. Okay, a day or two from here to here this weekend is a day or two. And can you please draw a trend line right here and watch how this is stepping up and watch how we're here now, but we're getting ready to go well past. We're going over 130K this weekend. Tanker's calling it now. What do I know? I don't know anything. What do I know? We're going to 130, 135K this weekend or so, 137K. Does this guy have a crystal ball? How can he know? That's bull crap. That's bull pooey. I can't swear on the channel, so it makes you really sound like a wimp. I don't know how else to say that safely, live. XRP coming in at $3.11. I hope you guys are having fun this morning. I love crypto, and I'm having a blast with this. My wife's like, why are you up? It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, because this stuff's a blast. I can't wait to go to the channel and get on live. That's who you got. You probably have one of the most passionate people, I would say, on the planet into crypto, and I prove it with my researching over the past 6 years. Not bragging. And it's very interesting that that's who you found. You found a crazy, excited, gotta be real careful live, huh? What I see compared to peers as a moderately intelligent individual who has learned now, myself, who has learned about cryptocurrency and is saying, wow, anybody can do this. I'm a little knucklehead who figured this stuff out. I got some basic intelligence, but I figured this stuff out. Anybody can do this. And then finally the wife said, you're starting a channel. Get out of my face with this crypto stuff. Get out of the kitchen, get out of my face, and start a crypto channel. Let's get over to Caleb and Brown because we have an interview coming this Monday, August 18th at 5:30 Colorado time, Mountain Time, with Mr. Jim Bizzani. He's been kind enough to grace us with his presence and grace us with an interview, and I'm not being funny when I say that either. I really mean that. They don't have to do anything for us, and this is just fantastic that Caleb is going to come on and explain to all of us what the difference is between a crypto brokerage firm like Caleb and Brown and an actual exchange like an Uphold or a Coinbase or a Kraken and blah, 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 blah. And I don't mean it like that because there are quite a few differences. And boy, when you see what's going on with Caleb, we do have a Caleb link down below. Yes, that does assist us. If you tap that, it is safe. Full transparency. Please tap our link down below and check out Caleb and Brown and see why you should. I've been using them for about almost 2 years now, my wife and I. We absolutely love them. They're fantastic. They use Fireblocks custody. Why do I always get the hiccups when I come on here? And they simply rock the house. Rock the house. Come on. You're 54 years old, buddy. You're saying things like rock the house. At least I'm not wearing a baseball cap backwards, living in my mom's basement. You know what I mean? A lot of YouTubers, like, that's what the complaint is. I don't want to watch a guy listening to it who's living in his mom's basement with a baseball cap on backwards. Look at the movement of XRP, guys, and over here on the left, it gives us the movement per minute, traded in the past minute. Oh boy, old man glasses spy over 330,000, now 482. That just goes like that. 482, almost 500,000 XRP. Guys, if you were on Fiat Leak, you know, a few years ago or so, you would see that this was, look at it. Look at this thing. Look at the screen. It's making like a crazy X with XRP, moving all over the place. All right, let's get over to Trump's executive order. Check this out. Unheard of. Holy Christmas. Guys, sorry, my wife hates when I do that. Sorry, that's when I get excited. I do that. What's up, Garrett? Guys, this crap's crazy. What Monasagur? I don't know if I'm saying that right, dude. What's up? Welcome back in. I love when people come back in to the channel. My wife's like, you're such a dork. You get all excited when people get into the chat. I do, because it's fun. I'm having fun in here. Hope you guys are having a good time. Holy crap, did you hear what that dude just said? That dude meaning Trump? Did you hear what Trump just said? Holy crap. By the way, you know, full respect to Trump. I don't mean anything by that. This guy's awesome. Trump's leveling the playing field. He's allowing private equity. Okay, so you have to be an accredited investor to purchase private equity, as of course, as most folks know. I'll talk about it in a minute because I got to get back to this stuff. Hold on. We'll get to all that in a second. Let's get to this.
CEO and founder Stephen Wang back on the show, and he's with me now. Thank you. Apologies for that previous segment.
Wait, he just said apologies for that previous segment because they were covering Trump saying, hey, now private equity and cryptocurrencies can come into the space and this is awesome and boom, boom, boom. And this little freaking jack, whatever you want to call it, oh my gosh, if I could have a couple of words with this little knucklehead. Wait a minute. Calm down, Frank. Be nice. Be nice, Tanker. Listen to this little knucklehead announcer. Sorry, we're positive on the channel. Stop doing that. It's live and it's tough for me because I'm an honest, true guy, and it's very tough when I hear little knuckleheads doing this. Listen to the guy, the newscaster saying, "Oh, did you get into that crypto stuff? I hope not." What's this?
CEO and founder Stephen Wang back on the show, and he's with me now. Apologies for that previous segment, Stephen. You're probably wondering, what do you have any, by the way?
I do have a couple.
Oh my God, no!
They were gifted to me.
Okay, that's not so bad.
No, oh my God, you got cryptocurrency? He goes, they were gifted to me. He goes, oh, that's not so bad. Because for you to ever purchase them would just be insane. This jackass right here. I don't care. I'm swearing now. This guy, this little idiot, guy, how dumb, dude, how dumb are you right there to be saying, look at it, come on, you're on Fox News too? Shameful to Fox, because I love Fox. All right, let's play this again. He's saying that because they just did a thing on crypto and he's like, you didn't buy any of this stuff, did you? Good, gracious Lord Almighty God.
CEO and founder Stephen Wang back on the show, and he's with me now.
Thank you.
Apologies for that previous segment. You're probably wondering, what do you have any, by the way?
I do have a couple.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Gifted to me.
Okay, that's not so bad. He can resell them. Anyway, yes, he can. Let's move. Explain to me,
Sorry.
Stephen, how, things like real estate, crypto.
Explain to me how I'm so dumb and just said, don't ever buy. Oh my God, I can't believe you have it, blah, blah, blah. Yet I know nothing about it. And now I'm going to come on, continue with the interview and actually ask you like what it's about and boom, boom, boom. Can we get any dumber? I can't participate in dumbness. Got to move on, guys. Let's get over to Trump recently signing and what AI has to say about Trump signing the executive order. I feel like I should finish my notes, though, before I do this. All right. We'll get over to this in a minute. Let me finish my notes before I get to that. Market reaction and XRP signals concerning this whole thing, you guys. Shortly after XRP, the announcement, XRP, of course, and others, moving powerfully, right? We're watching something that, we're watching history take place, by the way. In case you can't tell, broader crypto markets also rallied Bitcoin, blah, 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 and then we saw a drop. I'm calling $135,000 Bitcoin this weekend. Why can I do that? Because I'm not a financial advisor. I can be a little moon boy. I can do whatever I want on the channel. I have no financial history or background or career to defend. I learned this stuff 6 years ago. I'm a freaking contractor and I can say whatever I want about where prices are going. And boy, is that a beautiful spot to be in for me because I know I'm still super credible. I know without ego, I know I'm still super smart and I know I'm still super well researched. And I'm like, now wait a minute. If I want to be moon boy a little bit, I can, because I'm not telling you what to do with cryptocurrency. Don't buy or sell anything because of what we say or do on the channel. I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice. This is strictly for educational and informational purposes only, and that's all this ever was or ever will be on the channel. However, I make money in crypto. If you're interested in watching an example of somebody who makes money in crypto, you're certainly permitted to do that. That's up to you. What you do with your money is your business. Tap like and subscribe, please, because it helps me a huge ton. Thank you, and I appreciate that. All right, what does this mean for us, the holders? It means because, so if XRP, and we got ETFs coming out soon, which is monstrous. Shout out to Zach Rector popping out on X this morning with that point. And I did ask Zach, kind of like, isn't it permission features? And I hope I wasn't being a wisecracker, because I really do want to know. I thought it was the permission features that really cranked this, but it's all these things that crank this thing, right? So Zach's over the target as usual. And by the way, thank you, Zach, for your work in this space. And I followed you for so long. And Zach's saying on X this morning, 401k's money coming in. This is going to change. Oh, boy. And it is. This is going to be crazy. They're going to outperform Bitcoin, the XRP ETFs. And I was like, what is this XRP thing? I keep hearing about it. Just outperformed Bitcoin. You dang right. Do you know what it was? Oh, boy. Let me stop. I mean, let me continue with the episode. The content. More mainstream acceptance is what this means. Okay, so if 401k plans now can grab XRP and we get more notoriety, more attention with XRP, the community and so forth, then, you know, okay, so we got spots are what we like, right? Because the spots are what you're holding. Spot ETF is what you're holding, right? You're holding a piece of that. The futures ETF, it's basically a coupon for future price, right? So we don't like that so much. So this could attract, for spots, this could attract deep capital inflows from long-term retirement investors. We all know that. We're talking about trillions. Floodgates are about to open with this. Dudes, so many floodgates, because we're mostly males in here. Hey, dudes, all these floodgates, all these, so there's not one switch that flips if we're paying attention. Don't know if you guys are aware of this. Not one switch flips. Let me do this. And by the way, comments, what's up? Marcel, yeah, it's Monsiger. I keep destroying that name because it's an interesting one. Monsiger. Should be Monsiger. Would you give me a thumbs up or a yes, Monsiger, if I have that correct and I'm not butchering your name? Monsiger? I think it's Monsiger. It's pretty cool, actually. Cool name. What will XRP and HBAR, will XRP and HBAR run as well? Well, yeah, for sure they will. Let me get to these questions real quick. Sorry, guys. And then I'll lay out the switch on the board again. Good morning, Prit. What's happening? How are you this morning? Nice to have you back in. And Chris, good afternoon. Monsiger, what do you see in the chats that suggest a BTC run, especially over the weekend? In the charts. What I see in the charts, I will go back to it. I'll show you. Hold on. Monsager? So it's Monsager. Split up. Gotcha. My apologies. Here's what I showed before, what I'm seeing in the charts. Let me get to it right quick, skis. What I see is this. I see Monsager, I think. Is it with an agger at the end? Yeah, Monsager, right? Boy, I'm a really technical, crazy dude. I like to have things accurate and correct. That's why I like to research so much. I know the crap out of most people, especially my wife, my poor wife. If we look at this time right here, what I'm seeing from here to here, just a couple of days or so, just a couple of days ago between these jumps, a day or two, okay, between there. But from here to here, though, a day or two once again. So if we're drawing a trend line here, up here like this, we are not here. We actually this weekend in a couple of days are somewheres up higher up here, way up, like way a lot higher up here, like into 130-ish or so. So Tanker's calling about 130 if we continue this 1 week trend. Nothing tells me that fundamental wise or otherwise in the real world or macro wise that is not the case. In fact, everything tells me that as far as all that stuff goes, especially with just happened with Trump and Project Crypto and blah, 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 that it actually is the case and that we are looking at a bust out right here that we're going to be up here in a couple few days because that's what each of these distances are. Now, what do I know, right? I'm a little knucklehead. What do I know? I could be dead wrong, right? What do I know? That's the beauty of not having a financial, oh, I got it, cool. Monsager, awesome. Thank you for the clarification as well. And by the way, what the heck do I know? I'm a freaking contractor and I'm not abdicating responsibility. I do my research and I know what I'm talking about with humility. I know what I'm talking about. As far as charts go, by the way, thanks for subscribing, Drew. Just saw a new subscriber here. Thank you so much. Appreciate you subscribing to the channel. Please tap like and subscribe. It does help the channel out, you guys. Because what I'm seeing in that chart is every couple few days, we've been stepping up the mountain. And I know we've been here before in the range that we just hit, although we did hit all-time high and just touched it, last night or the other night. So yeah, every couple days we're jumping now is what I'm saying. I say this weekend we're going to 130s. What do I know? I don't know. Where'd I get the shirt? Asks Marcel. And welcome in. Where'd I get this shirt? It's on Amazon. You can totally go on to Amazon. We'll probably be doing merch or something, but you can totally go on to Amazon and get this stuff. It's pretty fun. And it helps remind me every day what in the world I'm doing. I don't know if you can read that or not. Yeah, you can get it on Amazon. Guys, what the hell was I just talking about? Oh, the switch. Okay, raise it up. What, the volume? Is that better? Volume, volume, volume. Raise it up. How is that? Oh, boy. Oh, too much, huh? Am I into red there? How am I doing with the volume? Somebody give me a yes, please, on that volume, because tech guy's a little knucklehead. All right, here's what the flip of the switch is. You came into Crypto Info Blockchain Made Easy. You got Frank the Crypto Tank, and we are heavily XRP centric. Why? Check out our videos and find out, please. Or, by the way, we have an awesome whiteboard coming, and I do believe it's going to be for our Tuesday morning episode that we have. We're going to have the awesome large rolling whiteboard, and you will be able to see everything the tank does now, like some crazy, mad, weird scientist. You guys are screwed. This is going to be hilarious. I'm going to have this huge whiteboard. I think I'm going to have a white lab coat as well. This is going to be hilarious crap. All right, here you go. So for now, I'll draw it monstrous largely on the board. This is a light switch, and this is XRP. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. For all of you who wanted to know about crypto, and for all you people who are like, XRP's at like $3. Is that too high of a price to buy it? Oh, I don't know. Considering not financial advice, it's going to 500, 1,000, 2,000, perhaps 5,000, 10,000 per XRP. I don't know. You answer your own question. Is $3 too much to pay for it? You have to answer that yourself. Not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't buy or sell anything because of what I say or do on the channel, because you lose all your money in crypto. You got to breathe. David Schwartz loves to... My mouth cannot keep up with my freaking brain, and I know what Schwartz deals with. I'm not saying I'm smart like him, but that dude, I understand. I get it, David. All right, here's the deal. This is the huge light switch, guys. Please tap like and subscribe, by the way, because that's the payment that I'm asking for the value that I'm providing to you, particularly newcomers, people who've been to this channel. You're just getting some entertainment and some reinforcement that you're purchasing the XRP that you did, because I think you probably did, was a smart move, because that's all I do. When I hop on Zach Rector and all these channels and Digital Asset Investor and blah, 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 I go on and I learn, continue to see what current events are, working money channel and the like, and I see what the current events are with crypto, but I like the entertainment. I know what they're all talking about now. I've researched what they have researched, and know what they know with humility now, largely, at this point in time with crypto. So it's entertainment, and I love it. And I do learn new things always from them and from even, of course, our community. Very bright crypto people in here. So let's continue our learning with crypto, our journey. But folks who ask me about XRP and even in my personal life, and they're like, is it at $3? I've always heard you talk about this, Frank. Now you got the YouTube channel, blah, 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 blah. I trust you. You're a smart guy. Like, what's going on with this XRP thing? And so, here it is. I mean, again, this is what the flip of the switch really is. It's actually a huge light switch that has a bunch of switches on it. I don't know, switches. A bunch of switches on the master switch of the lights switch. Got to give it to him. The guy's diligent. I'm not missing one. Success takes time and effort. Moon people who want to buy a meme and they want to be rich with crypto tomorrow. It can happen. Not likely. Not financial advice. We don't play things like that on the channel here. We're adults. We're the adults in the room. And so are the others that I've mentioned and that we follow and that I've learned from concerning crypto. And blah, 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 blah. Not as if it's blasé, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Perfect 12, a perfect running system. Anybody who knows the truth of the existence knows it takes 12. That's why we have 12 in a horoscope, 12 months, blah, 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 blah. Anything on that 360-degree circle takes 12 to have a perfect running system. Right, right. So we have a perfect running system here of 12 on the light switch. And I could fill them all in if you like. You want me to fill them all in? Tell me in the comments, because I could fill them all in and probably add 12 more. These are the most potent. That show that this is the environment we're in. Coming in the fall. Just happened. Oh, there's more. Tell me if you want me to write the rest of them up there. Just shout them out when you know the answers. Or why don't you shout them out in the down below? Shout out down below what the rest of these are. What are the rest of the catalysts, the rocket power, the rocket fuel, right? I better be careful. I better be very careful on YouTube, especially live. That's going to be a rocket, but I got to be careful. Now look at that rocket's taking off. If nobody's laughing in the comments now, boy, you're just not paying attention now, because that was funny. I realized that was funny. I caught myself down. Now look at this is the rocket fuel underneath each of these that is sending, because what's going to happen? Here's the flip of the switch for XRP. You got to like flip them all at the same time. Like they literally, all of them at the same time. Flip them all on at the same time. Guys, we have an awesome whiteboard coming that is absolutely monstrous, like you used to have back in high school or college, that you roll around on the wheels. And I'm coming out in a freaking professor coat on Tuesday, and you're going to see my whiteboard like you ain't never seen it before, because it's instrumental, I think, in doing this whole thing, especially crazy, wacky, off-kilter, crypto, crazy guy such as myself. Having access to this board is going to be gold, Jerry, gold. All right, here's the deal. Here's what this means for XRP holders. Get off my microphone here, and you behave. Michael James Michelson. I gave a middle name to my microphone. When he misbehaves, doesn't stay in place, I got to get rough. Here's what this means. You got strategic opportunities for institutions, with the case being over. You've got institutions to the likes of which we have not seen coming in and connecting with Ripple's ODL solution, 3 to 5 seconds, settling money across this planet for pennies, for 0.00001 per XRP. And by the way, nobody's told me about what that means for the price once XRP goes 10,000 per coin. What the heck is that going to mean for a transaction, though, for XRP? It's going to be expensive, right? I don't know. Somebody answer that, please. All right. Okay. Garrett says, you're peaking a lot. Bro, oh, shit. Apologies. Oh, boy. Is that better? Sorry, Garrett. People tell me to turn it up, turn it down. Then I'm hitting red. Crap. Sorry, guys. How's that? Yeah, I'm not peaking now. Here we go. Whoop, hit some red. All right, cool. I'm pretty sure we're good. Thanks, Garrett. I appreciate you very much. How we doing? We got a lag time on YouTube, right? So you're not going to be able to answer me until about 15 seconds goes by. Thank you, Garrett. I appreciate you telling me. How's that? Oh, it's low in the video clips. All right, we got to straighten that out, dude. Thank you so much for letting me know, my good sir. And excuse me, by the way, how is our volume now? Are we peaking out? Good on volume? Okay, awesome. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I could get so concerned because I never want to watch a channel that's annoying the crap out of me. Boy, I'd never be on my channel. Kidding. All right. Strategic opportunities. Look, at self-deprecation never helped anybody, Tank. Be nice to yourself, buddy. You're awesome. All right. Strategic, good self-talk. It's important. Strategic opportunities and what to watch out for, guys. New fund products. Look for the emergence of crypto index funds now. Diversified blockchain ETFs, which we know are coming, or target date funds embedding XRP. Look for, I'm going to add about 12 things. I'm going to stick to the notes. Institutional providers like Fidelity or Vanguard might start, of course, offering managed crypto exposure. That includes XRP. Could be a little more than the might. I'm not quite sure. Could be. Regulatory, never financial advice on the channel. I'm not a financial advisor. I got to whip that out. Please do not go ahead and buy or sell anything because of what I say or do on the channel, because I'm not a financial advisor, and you've got to consult your own RIA, your own registered investment advisor, because I'm not one. I'm a contractor turned crypto wacko. That's good. I like that. Contractor turned crypto wacko. It has got a nice ring to it. Regulatory milestones, possible approval for a spot XRP ETF would dramatically improve XRP access to 401k plans. Holy crap. Wait for clear ERISA guidance and updates, SEC interpretive letters that allow crypto in retirement vehicles, which be coming shortly now, dogs. Come on, we got a pro-crypto White House, Paul Atkins, pro-crypto SEC. He's been writing all night. That man's been writing all night saying, crypto XRP good, crypto good. Don't worry, we're in. Crypto good. Here, you can play ball with crypto. It's all coming. Oh, yeah. Don't quote me on that one, but I bet he's been up all night writing this stuff. Getting it done. Long-term implications for crypto becomes part of the retirement mainstream plan for not just you, not just me, but everybody playing in the sea. Yes, I rhymed purposefully. Sometimes I do this. I will stop because that's annoying. I could keep going. My wife's like, "You're no rapper." I'm like, "Say what, dog? Say what, essay?" All right, long-term implications. Crypto becomes part of the retirement mainstream, not just speculative trading, folks. XRP could benefit from consistent long-duration inflows. Please stop spitting all over your computer tank. Improving liquidity and price stability. I didn't try to rhyme. It was just from my notes. Closing this up, taking a much needed sip of not coffee, but mushroom tea, I will say this to thee. I can't stop sometimes. It just happens. How about the market structure bill, right? Thank you. Hey, by the way, Monsager, yeah, thanks for playing along. Thanks for playing ball in the comments this morning. Someone else want to play ball? Who wants to try out one? Shout them out whenever you know the answers. Just shout them out. This is so much freaking fun. I can't wait to have this. In case you can't tell, I'm having the time of my life. I hope you guys are too. This is so awesome. I can't wait to get this monstrous whiteboard in my white lab coat and just go crazy up here with chemistry equations. Kidding. With crypto talk. So, are you going to tap the like and subscribe? Are you going to watch us in here every morning? Turkey Base, welcome back in. Are you going to come back in the way Turkey Base comes in and some of these others that are having fun? I hope that are having fun. I hope we're providing fun, because life sometimes can be either mundane, boring, trite, crappy, depressing, whatever. What we aim to do on the channel is to be this spot that is like where we go to A, learn some things about crypto, learn some things about finance, Forex markets, all of it, macro, the large, bigger picture, a little bit about charts, not much. I don't know a lot about charts. I know a little bit. I mean, come on. The basics, you know what I mean? But to know about what's happening with blockchain technology and how it's becoming a part of our world, even though we're just a little bit older, that's okay. We had to learn that newfangled animal called the internet and called the cell phone thing, didn't we? And we did, and successfully. We're not old. We're ever staying young, man. This is what we do. The life is getting over to the last breath, so we got to stay active and stay, up to date on what's happening in the world and how blockchain technologies are already being used by the Navy, by most banks connected, using, no, connected, ready. Money market, bookmakers, automated market makers being used, blockchain technology being used for that, to track weaponry, to track personnel supply, everything for the Navy. They've been doing that for some time. Please gently, nicely wake up and smell, because you guys do coffee, so smell the coffee. Careful, don't do too much coffee when we trade. I don't think that's wise. Not financial advice. Turkey Base says, always good time with the tank. Thank you so much, and I do try. And I hope it is always fun, because why the heck would anybody be in here? You guys are in here because, and by the way, that's why we're an awesome community, and that's why you guys are back in each day, because you know the truth. I'm not simply saying it. I am being very genuine. I really appreciate you guys coming in, the guys who are the people who are the regulars, guys and gals. And I am nothing without folks sitting here and watching me in the morning, because otherwise I have a live conversation with myself. What good is that, I ask you, please, right? So without you, I literally am nothing. So thank you, and I hope it's fun. I'll try to keep this dang thing fun, and when it starts to get not too fun is when I try to end it. And I usually run out of funness probably about, I don't know, what is it, like a half hour? Sometimes I'm cranking for like an hour, though, and I got a lot of fun. I told my wife, I'm just full of fun. If you smacked me or punched me, something, if you did something, we don't want to talk about that on the channel. If you bumped into me, let's just say, like a piñata, candy and fun, juicy candy and stuff would pop out of me. I'm fun. I'm full of fun. I am absolutely a knucklehead and having a blast. Guys, I hope my volume is good, by the way. So I got to get to these comments, guys, because you're asking stuff and I'm being a knucklehead and I'm not addressing this. Monsager asked earlier back, will XRP and H-bar run as well? Absolutely, yes. For sure. ISO goes into effect in November, right? November this year, 2025. And no, they're not changing it. They all have to be on board. Paul, thank you. Hey, by the way, nice job there, Garrett. Let me help us out with the big monster, because that's related to that one that you just mentioned. Nice job, Garrett. It's the open permission features being turned on the ledger, allowing for enterprise grade utility between large financial institutions across this planet, burning up XRP, hitherto which the likes have never been seen in history. And us holders of XRP, not financial advice, are going to be like, no, wait a minute, what the heck's going on with XRP now, child? Oh, yeah. Banks turning on the open permission features of the XRP ledger, which allow it to actually operate now. Boom. And by the way, banks turning on ISO November. Thank you, Garrett, for another monstrous rocket fueling point that is going to send XRP shooting to the frickin' moon. Yeah. I don't want to yell too loud because I send this mic going crazy. Yeah, I do work hard. Thank you for noticing, Turkey Base. Wow, I didn't realize it either. The other day I thought, oh my gosh, I am trying to run these companies and I'm about to blow a gasket. And then I've got to go take a break and meditate or go take a drive. And I do. And I manage it. And we're here to live and I'm here to be alive. And I sleep just enough to sleep, and that's it. I am participating in life, and I love it, and I've got so many breaths here, and I'm going to max out everyone now, child. Yep, that's what we do. That's who you got. We're trying to be fun. Thank you for coming into the channel, too, by the way. You guys are of a similar, cut from a similar jib now, aren't you? You're of a similar ilk, aren't you, on this channel, because otherwise you wouldn't be watching me. Cha-ching is right, Garrett. We're about to be, not financial advice on our channel, all of us are about to be, literally, if we play this right, now watch out for not being able to cash out your stuff while the exchanges are crashed. This is also not financial advice. Be careful, okay? Caleb and Brown exists for a reason, okay? Exchange only going to let you pull out 50K on uphold per day, right? So now let's say one of your puppies run and it's at 500K right now. It's at that price. It ain't going to be that way in some hours, but you want to pull. You want to pull your money. Ain't happening at uphold. Sorry, nothing against uphold. Guys, please wake up very gently. I'm not going to dump cold water on you. I wouldn't do that to my honey. I am going to gently shake you and be like, time to wake up, guys. Those who are not awake. Most people in our comments section actually are rather quite awake. Very awake are we in this comment section. DB, oh crap, I'll get to you in a sec, DB. Hang on. Wedge Pressure says, can you speak to federated permission domains and how it would affect the on-chain volume? That's exactly what we're talking about. The federated permission domains are exactly what I'm talking about, the open features. This is what's going to allow this all to happen. This is why the BIS is like, we like them. Yeah. BFT, we like them. Check our video on BFT as well. Yeah, that's going to open the floodgates. That's what, dude, who is this paying so much attention? Wedge pressure, right on wedge pressure. Hey, if you're not, wait, he's got more in here. Is there more on this? No, there's not. Wedge pressure, that's the point we're trying to make. Talk a little more on it. I don't know. I'm not a developer. I don't know that much more about it. I know only what Schwartz has said, which is once these permission features are turned on the ledger, that it's lights out. Now the enterprise grade utility can actually happen. They're not doing that yet. That's why XRP isn't moving. And no offense to anybody, it's not because ETFs haven't happened, inflows and blah, 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 blah. That's not going to crank XRP and help its price. It's that we're not going to see XRP's utility usage, what it was meant for, actually happen until permission features are turned on. Yes, permission domains and how it affects on-chain volume. I don't know the details on. If you know, please tell me. I don't know how it will affect on-chain volume other than a crap ton of money be coming into onto XRPL. Activity, a constant flow on the XRPL, and XRP being used and therefore chomped up and burned. So I don't know. Please tell me. Wedge pressure, please educate me and help me and tell me. This is what I mean. I know so much. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know the deep details on that. Turkey Base says, oh, it was a good time. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Any chatter on World Liberty Financial? I do not know. Specifically, USD1, I do not know. We can certainly research. Let's see. Thank you, by the way. And by the way, what do you guys want to see? Because tell me, I've done a couple episodes based on what you guys want to see. Good question. I do not know. But I will research it. What more can I do but research it? How about the XRP bank license? Bambo! Running out of room. I'm going to create an XRP board game that lays out the whole history of XRP. You're going along the board, you roll the dice, whatever. You land on you landed on Gary, you landed on Jay Clayton, December 22nd, lawsuit, go back to the start, whatever. Oh my God, Trump just got elected. Oh crap, go and collect, 100,000, 10,000 XRP or whatever. I'm going to create an XRP board game. What do you think about that? Just came to me. How fun. Anyway, nice job, by the way. Yet another point, another piece of rocket fuel, sending XRP to the frickin' moon and flipping that light switch. Yeah, don't know about Liberty Financial chatter, by the way. I'm going to have to check on that. I don't like that I don't know that. I've got it written down. I will research, find out about that. Chris says, content's amazing. Everyone at Tunzo will agree with me. I'm an ace. Okay, well, thank you. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you. I'm glad that somebody thinks that I am actually doing good out here, and I actually am providing good quality, accurate, well-researched content that basically the entire community agrees on. I try to dig just a tad deeper and maybe put a couple of pieces together, not to be big guy, but to try to understand more deeply myself, to put maybe more pieces together than some of the other folks do on YouTube. Not that they don't need to. They're not saying that they do that. You know what I mean? This is not to be bettering anybody. I like to go very, very deeply. And so thanks for noticing. Chris, that's cool. Thank you. There's so much I don't know about cryptocurrency, guys. I'm seeing people pose questions. This is what I love about this. Wedge Pressure knows quite a bit about crypto. You guys all do. So does GB. You guys all do. I don't want to leave anybody out. Chris, you do too. I know you guys do. Monsager does as well. I'm not leaving anybody out. Some of you folks are asking questions and I'm like, crap, I got to find out about that. That's cool. I love that. We have no ego on the channel that we're aware of. Can we talk that scenario out? Okay, hang on. Okay, cool. All right, D says, Shadow Word, yeah, we can talk that scenario out if I knew anything about it. What do you know about it? Help me. Help me and talk about it. If XRP went to the moon, would you move the earnings into something stable like RLUSD? Oh, gotcha. Okay. Is that what you're asking? Okay. Good question. Good question. No. I don't like to have this is not financial advice on the channel. We all play things differently. We all have different time horizons. We all make different amounts of money. We all have different risk appetites. We're all at different points in our lives, right? We all know the parameters, the matrix that affect, all the metrics that affect the matrix of our financial matrix personally. Never financial advice. We all know, right? And so it depends on where somebody is and who they are, how much money they have, right, to invest. It all depends. I'm saying no, personally. I'm not that player. I don't do that. Will that change if I can amass, 500 million one day or something and get to levels like this? Could this be? I might just do that. I might just be dropping it RLUSD. It depends on what my, it depends on what the family planner says, quite frankly. That's their job, to make sure that my family never loses its wealth ever, not even 1,000 years. So that would be up to the family planner. I don't know. Yeah, good question though, and good thought. Yeah. Yeah, it's important. It's important because keeping in USD, we all know what happens. So yeah, it is important. I think the answer is going to be a yes to that, DB. And I like that. And these are important things to consider, you guys, because people are like, oh, cryptocurrency, and I'm going to cash out and we're going to all go all in on USD. I don't know. Not financial advice. I don't know. I don't believe I am going to be doing that. If one is wondering what I am going to do, first of all, I would never financial advice on the channel. I give you my advice freely. I think that's also what's cool about me on the channel. And maybe I'm not being too bright and I'm missing money making opportunities, of course. But I don't charge you for this stuff. It's like, whatever. I'm just going to tell them. Okay. I have a video on it, but let me give you the basics. Never buy or sell anything because of what I say or do on the channel. How I play crypto. 6 years ago, with the help of an eye that sees through the mist of all things, this third eye, found ISO without ego before anybody found them, and went in heavy about 6 months before anybody mentioned ISO coins on the internet. I watched them all, and my wife was like, how did you find this? I'm like, I kind of didn't. It did. Anyway, got deep and bought them, and then 6 months later or so, it could have even been longer, folks started talking about the ISO coins on YouTube. Okay. I bought others. VeChain, Harmony One, Zilliqa, Digibyte, Basis of Contention Coin, blah, 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 blah. Bought a bunch more. I bought a bunch of Doge, a bunch of Shiba, played some games. You make a little money on your Doge when it ran some time back. You do some things that are smart. You make sure, not you, me. Oh, by the way, not you, me. Never financial advice. I make sure I come in and I want to take the profits where I take the profits, right? It's very, very important to take profits and get back to square one, at least what you put into it, right? What I put into it. Apologies. Not financial advice. This is how I play. Holding a whole bunch of cryptos, 46 projects or so. Went heavy, of course, on all the crushers. Because they found them so long ago and said they're so inexpensive in price. And by the way, I can keep buying through these dips, and I can do something called dollar cost averaging or DCAing and buying while these on the regular on these things, even if the price is a little bit higher than where my lowest purchase price was. Don't really care. I'm still going to rock the house and keep. Oh, we said rock the house again. I'm going to keep buying them. And so did that. So I saw a portfolio that was absolutely this insane thing that I'm like, now, wait a minute. What'd you do over this time, Frank? Oh, my goodness. Look what you did. Is crypto really going to these places? And by the way, maybe you can teach people about how to do things like this. And so that's the journey of the tanker. And by the way, keeping these things on cold storage devices to the tune of about 6 of them, making sure that my seed phrases are never given to anybody, of course, ever, and are engraved by myself very carefully and double-checked and triple-checked from my paper that I, of course, initially double-checked and triple-checked when I set up the original wallet. I know I'm doing a lot of yapping, but I'm explaining to you the journey for free. So accept your time. I am taking your time. But hats off to you for learning from the tank, because you can thank me for giving you the information and the knowledge, but you can thank yourself for actually listening and giving your attention, right? We have time and attention as we're in this place. Those are the gifts we have that we kind of have almost like no more of, right? We have a set amount of time that we're given on this planet as we live, and our attention. It's kind of our time and our attention, is it not? So money we can always make more of, right? So anyway, amassing large quantities to the tune of 46 awesome projects, ridiculously well researched, which I never mentioned, sunk teeth in like a son of a gun, found the ISOs early, sunk lots in. Oh my gosh, happy camper am I. Now, that's not financial advice. I like to keep this stuff on cold storage. Some of it I keep on Caleb and Brown. Why? Because I don't want to have to think about this stuff. I have enough of it, not bragging, so that when I don't want to think about this and I'm at the grocery store or wherever I am doing whatever I'm doing, the wife and I, that I don't have to think about this stuff. I have it set on Caleb and Brown with sell orders already. And if I want to adjust them, I can. If I see the market's going absolutely ape poopies, I can go ahead and increase these limit orders, these sell orders that I have. So I have sell orders set on Caleb with Fireblocks custody security, institutional grade custody, okay, that they use on their site. So that when this stuff happens, I'm looking mighty nice. I've got them all set up on there, baby. And it really feels good to be able to go on to Caleb and do a little click of the mouse. Check our Caleb link down below and see what the heck's going on. I'm not whistling Dixie with this. There's a reason why I'm touting Caleb. We have our interview coming up live, coming up August 18th. This coming Monday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time. You got to tune into that. Jim Bizzani is going to tell you all about it and what you're missing and how. Please, not financial advice, but don't just be a millionaire on paper this time with exchange crashing and so forth. And you're going to pull out 150K a day. You can pull out 50K a day on Uphold, 100K a day on Coinbase. Unless you have the pro account, you can do 250K a day. All right, so those are kind of the main ones that people use, Kraken and other ones. And Kraken has, they all have limits because they're exchanges. Anyhow, to finish up this little tale before I check your comments, what I do then is make sure I'm keeping up to date with updating my cold storage wallets, making sure that everything is hunky-dory, making sure that I have enough. How dumb. I just said that. Yeah, sorry. Everything that is on Caleb is all set and ready to go. All the rest is on cold storage wallets, some of which, of course, I could not get up off of Uphold. It is what it is. Orders set on Uphold as well. Unfortunate thing is you can only kind of set them so high, the sell orders and Uphold, as you all know, because once you get past a certain point, they're like, no, we ain't paying you that much money at one time. Why don't you scale that back, buddy? A big red box comes up and says, nah, try a lower amount. Yeah. Oh gosh, guys, when you're in this space for a while and you see the truth, you will be on Caleb. Oh, you will be on Caleb. After a while, you will be on Caleb. All right, let's close this thing up with the last comments. If XRP went to the moon, would you move the earnings into some? Oh, we already did it. Yeah, I would. I'd move some in. I'd move more into gold, more into silver, more into palladium, more into platinum, and more into AI and net financial advice, and more into blockchain technologies. And maybe just a couple of the old school reg. They're kind of like they're the slow, clunky players in the Matrix. You know, you got your big monster, the sevens, you know, you got your NVIDIAs, you got your, you know, your Teslas, your big boys, you got your Googles. Nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. I like it. I like reg market. It's cool. And some other things, putting into stable coins and things like that. Other things as well, putting into real estate, putting into some companies. I'll be doing that. Doing a little venture capitalist work because that's important. Putting into philanthropy will probably be one of the largest pieces that we'll do. Because what are you going to do? You're going to be Scrooge McDuck and take a dive like off the diving board, like into all your gold coins? And like, what good is that? How is that helping the world? That's helping you to feel good that you're swimming around a bunch of coins. That's nice. Yeah, good for you. Congratulations. You did it. Yeah, good for you. How about the rest of your brothers and sisters in the world? You know what I mean? Like, that's what this comes down to. Because I've had visions of this, because I used to love Scrooge McDuck, like diving off into all the gold and stuff. I grew up poor. I'm like, oh, that'd be so awesome one day to just have money and do that. Well, congratulations, Frank. Good for you. Now, how about the rest of your brothers and sisters? That's some of them that are living in poverty and disease, like literally half the planet. How about them? Do they matter? They do. All right. We're getting off. I hope you guys have a great day today. Thanks for joining me on the channel. I love all of you guys. And now that you know, you guys are always going to know what we ultimately are about. We can make as much money as we want on this planet while we're alive. What about our brothers and sisters that are suffering, that need help? All right. Have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. I love you all and have an awesome Friday. We got the weekend coming. Tankers calling Bitcoin jumping to 130K-ish or so this weekend. And if I'm wrong, who cares? Because I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. We're on the channel having fun. Please tap like and subscribe. And do not forget to tap that Caleb link and find out what the heck's going on. Thanks, Barbara, for subscribing. We appreciate you. And thanks for Drew for subscribing.